Installing a door jamb and hardware correctly after damage prevents repeat repairs and improves security. Start by removing all damaged material and inspect the framing for rot or structural movement, because a solid substrate is the foundation for a jamb that stays true. Measure the rough opening at 3 heights and 3 widths and record the smallest values. Then cut and plane the new jamb to match those dimensions so the unit sits square without forcing. Always drill pilot holes for all screws, using a drill bit size to the screw shank, not including the threads, and countersink where the head must sit flush. This prevents splitting and ensures screws draw the jamb tight. Before final fastening, test fit the door in the jamb, checking reveal gaps of about 1/8 inch at the hinge and latch sides in uniform clearance top to bottom. Plane the door edges or shim the jamb as needed to achieve even spacing. When setting hinges, mark and mortise them to full depth so hinge faces sit flush, and use long screws into framing at the top hinge to carry load and prevent sag over time. For latch and strike alignment, close the door and mark the exact strike position, chisel the strike plate recess to allow the strike to sit flush, and file the latch tongue if needed so it engages smoothly. If you are using a deadbolt, verify the bolt has at least 1 inch of solid framing to enter for proper security. Common problems start with poor inspection. If you ignore rot or an out-of-square rough opening, you will reinstall into a failing substrate, so always remove soft wood and sister a stud or use epoxy consolidation when needed. Another frequent issue is splitting the jamb or door when driving screws without pilot holes. Pre-drill the proper pilot diameter and countersink each fastener and use screws long enough to reach solid framing. Misaligned hardware causes sticking and security failures. Remedy that by test fitting hardware before final screws, marking strike locations with the door closed, and using shims behind the jamb at hinge and strike locations to maintain plumb and consistent gaps. BigHomeProjects.com connects homeowners with local contractors for projects like jamb replacement and hardware installation, and our discussion community lets users ask questions and share experiences about techniques, tools, and trusted suppliers. We help contractors find work by listing projects and enabling direct contact with homeowners who need repair services.